What's going on? LA Sparks Weekly. You already know me as DJ Treese, and we are here for another episode of LA Sparks Weekly, live in the flesh at Emmy Square Pizza. I got a special guest here, Anwar on par. Welcome to the show.
What's up, y'all? How you doing? I heard there was pizza, so I had to pull up.
That's right, and it's some doggone good pizza. So definitely, the Sparks are playing at 5 p.m. against the Washington Mystics. We are out here early. Turn it up, y'all. Pull up on us, Emmy Square Pizza. Shout out to all of y'all that are live streaming, watching us on X, YouTube, everything. We got Sparks fans
all the platforms
coming by really quick. All right, Anwar, let's talk about today's matchup. We got the press conference in a minute, so we're going to keep it real light, all right?
Mm-hmm.
The Sparks are playing the Mystics. We are the last, well, the Mystics are already out.
Ooh,
thank goodness, right? But the Sparks are the last team to be eliminated right there on that cusp. What are your original thoughts just before the game even starts on this matchup tonight?
Must win, must win, must win. Everybody has been saying it, but we're really feeling it now. Tonight is a must win. They just lost to the Mystics not too long ago, a couple weeks back, but they're really going to have to get it together tonight and make sure that they stay alive out here. It is a very, very tough playoff picture in the WNBA right now. I am glad that the teams are starting to eat each other, teams are losing, but Sparks just got to worry about themselves and win.
Absolutely. So the Washington Mystics have been on a little bit of a losing streak. They've been sliding a little bit. But they still have a dynamic duo, and I'm shortly going to ask Coach about Sonia Citron and Kiki Iriafen. What are your thoughts on that rookie duo and how they've been holding up the Washington Mystics so far?
Man, I mean, I don't think anybody really expected two rookies to come in and become the franchise players just right off the bat, day one, right? I mean, Kiki wasn't really even expected to be the main big down there in the post when they had Aaliyah Edwards there, right? Mm-hmm. But now she was ready, right? Yeah. She's played a lot of basketball. She's had deep tournament experience when she was at Stanford, deep tournament experience when she was at SC. So she's like, man, the W ain't nothing, right? Yeah, I'm ready to go on in and dominate. And she's going to continue to dominate tonight. She's going to be a very big presence out there in the post. Look at that. I'm still waiting on my pizza. Let's keep it up here. You know
it's falling all over you right there.
But listen, Kiki Iriafen is a great player, a great scorer, an old school game. She kind of reminds me of Asia Wilson a little bit. Don't go crazy.
No. This is a good comparison.
But she reminds me a little bit because of her mid-range game as a big. She really plays old school fundamental basketball. And if you're a fan of hoops, you really can't hate on it.
And you know what? Us Southern Californians here, we got to show Kiki love every time that she comes into town.
Fight on, baby.
So there is going to be a whole bunch of USC people here, whole bunch of Stanford people here. Stay posted right here on LA Sparks Weekly. We will shortly be talking to Coach Lynn Roberts pregame right here, taking the pregame presser. We are going to take it live, talk to Coach, ask her those tough questions. You know, we're not going to ask her about the must win. We're not going to ask her about the defense. We're going to ask her about today's matchup against the Washington Mystics. Now, let's talk about one of the changes that were recently made. You talked about Aaliyah Edwards. Aaliyah Edwards is no longer on that Mystics team that beat us last time. Yep. What's the difference? Now, Slim wasn't there last time, but Aaliyah Edwards was still on it. What's your read on how different the team is without Aaliyah Edwards?
Yeah, I mean, they still have bigs, right? And so they're actually making a well-rounded effort to get the perimeter and get the like, I'm losing my mind here coming here to
get
downtown
the
LA
and the
paint. Inside and in the paint as well. But I'm just so excited for this game. I don't know what to do with myself. I think Shakira Austin is going to be another big presence down there in the paint. So remember, it's not like, they lose Aaliyah Edwards. That's not like they lost their entire big rotation, right? Yeah. They actually freeze up for a more well-rounded team. And I think another one, Suge Sutton. Sugar, how you get so fly. She's been cooking as a guard on the perimeter. And the Sparks defense, I know you don't want to talk about it, but the Sparks defense on the perimeter has not been the best. I think they're better on the inside than they are out there near the three-point line. You got to watch out for Suge Sutton. She might start cooking tonight. But hopefully we can see Ray Burrell playing some great defense. Let's talk about what Ray did last game and what she could do tonight. Yeah, I think Ray. Honestly, the thing about Ray Burrell is there were so many expectations coming into the season, and then boom, 2 minutes into the year, she gets hurt, right? Right. So she's just now getting back into her swing of things and being the person that we expected her to be coming in. Now, when she came to the Sparks, right, she wasn't a highly touted pick. She got waived. She came back. Right.
She was injured as well too.
And she was injured as well early
in
her career. So now that she's back, we're really starting to see the Ray Burrell that I feel like she can absolutely become as a consistent member of the Sparks rotation. She brings the ball up the court. She's fearless. She's a wing player that can handle the rock. And man, she don't care if she misses a shot. She don't care if she gets bumped. Nope. She don't care if she gets fouled. She comes with that energy. And when other teams go on runs, you absolutely need a player like that can spark that fire.
All right, we're going to the press conference talking to Coach Lynn Roberts.
Are we? How are you?
I'm good. I saw you pregame, sitting courtside by yourself, kind of just observing the court. What's your thought process, for coaching the game?
Well, sometimes it's nice just to have some moments to yourself. There's so many people and things going on, and people that are always at, if you're around, you get asked questions and all those things. So sometimes I just like to take a little space for myself, and there's no better place than a quiet basketball floor for me, in my personal opinion.
Just wondering what Rakia's status is for tonight.
She's going to warm up and see how she feels. So honest to goodness truth, that's where it's at. Hopefully she's able to go, but we also need to be smart. So it's just an ankle, and it'll be literally a game time decision.
How hard is it to keep a player from kind of not playing in a game when they are battling something like that? Because it is an ankle injury. They can sustain something a little bit more serious playing on it. So.
Yeah. And, Rakia is a competitor, and she wants to win, and she wants to help her team win. And, I'm proud of her. She's shown a lot of toughness right now. I think she knows, obviously she knows what's at stake, and she knows how important she is to our team, but, this isn't our last game. So we just need to be smart and see how she feels. It's,
we next?
It's one of those things where you get taped, get out there, see if you can, do you feel like you can help the team? If so, let's go. If not, then let's rest it. So that's where it's at.
Coach, you're playing a team that's coming in here off a back-to-back. They just had a big loss. What do you want to see from your team specifically in this first half to know that they're ready to, go out there and win this game?
Yeah, well, I think if you look at our last game, we can say that, they played well, but, we also didn't rebound very well, and we turned it over. So regardless of opponent, I want to see us improve in those two areas.
Fucking wind, all these motorcycles.
No, I feel you. Last game, we have not done in feels like months. So yes, we're playing Washington, and that presents its own scout. But those are two things that we've got to be better at, and the first half will show.
Hi, Coach. Can you just share the mindset and the overall feelings of the team kind of heading into tonight's game?
I mean, we all know what we're playing for, and so there's definitely.
I just want to make sure I'm about to ask the same question.
Things.
So I wanted to ask about shoot.
Yeah,
I ain't nobody asking about shoot.
I think rest and recovery is paramount right now. So it's, for all of us, me as the coach, them as players, we've got to show up and give it our absolute best. And I have no doubt our players will do that. They are professionals, they're competitors, they want to win, they want to perform. So yeah, I think that's the mentality. I mean, once we get out there, we'll see, but being in the film room with them just now and being around, they don't, seems like we're ready to roll. Hi.
Back before the All-Star break, you talked about making an almost change with your guys' playing style.
What's that? What did?
You guys talked about making an almost change with your guys' playing style, so playing small and looking for passes outside. How have you felt in seeing that change?
What you damn saying?
I don't really remember the change in style. I think maybe you were talking about when we went smaller with Rakia at the 4. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we've done that. We have a pretty good fluid rotation right now with Cam back and Ray back. That's helped us be a little more versatile. It's been one of our best lineups
Don't you get
statistically.
feedback?
So, she doesn't play with
They
us.
say they can't hear our
Limited
feedback
staff,
when they in the
but,
press room now.
yeah, if you
Only
can.
we can hear the feedback. I asked.
Coach.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe.
In terms of Azure and encouraging her to be a little bit more assertive, quick trigger
It's
with
us,
her
yeah.
3-point shot, and then she goes out and has the game that she did against Indiana. What did you see from her? What do you want to keep seeing as the final stretch here?
Yeah, I thought she played fearless and aggressive, and I was proud of her. And when she let that first shot go, I was like, there it is. She didn't hesitate, she didn't think about it, and that's what we need from her. And so I'm sure I haven't talked to her about it, but I mean, I told her great job and way to be assertive. But I'm sure that's a confidence boost for her, just to kind of move on. And she had a couple game stretch where I felt, she didn't feel like she was playing best of her ability, but I thought she did a tremendous job the other night.
Hey, Coach.
Hey.
I think you guys have had maybe 4 or 5 practices.
How many
since
people are in the
All-Star.
press
I'm
room?
just wondering, like, when you have a schedule like that,
Bro,
how is it?
Everybody
How do
here
you
today.
keep
Be
the
in there,
development
it'd be
going
us.
for players like
We out
Sanaya
here,
and
we
Sarah
there.
Ashley and Keely?
Come on.
It's hard. It's hard, but that's when we lean on our staff, our player development staff, and all the coaches who even if we're not practicing and they're getting work in. We play a lot of small sided games, 3-on-3, 2-on-2. They're still getting coached. They're still watching film. They're still doing all those things. So all those guys are pros, and they're all going to be WNBA players where they're in rotations. It's just the hardest league to play. And, the difference between actually ending up making it or not is continuing to develop and push yourself. And those guys are doing a good job.
Hey, Coach.
Hey,
Julie looked to be a little bit more assertive offensively
Yeah.
the other night.
Rashawn in there
And
too.
she's like
I
that
know. I'm like,
mindset
Rashawn
into
in there?
offense.
Hey, it's Labor
I
Day
think it changes
weekend.
everything.
Nobody working tomorrow. They're
I
working
think when
today.
she's
Right.
when she's assertive and
They got a game
confident,
tomorrow too.
and she doesn't have to score 25 for her to be assertive and confident. But shoot the kick out three when you're open. She's got a great shot. Sometimes as a player, you just kind of get things in your head, and you just got to shoot your way out of it. But when she's confident, then in shooting and looking to score for herself, then that makes defending all 5 of us a lot harder.
We're going to Zoom now, Infinity TV.
Hey, Coach. DJ from Infinity TV coming to you live right here from LA Live. 2 quick questions. When we talk about top duos in the WNBA, you have Kelsey Plum and De'Erica Hamby up there, but you also have Sonia Citron and Kiki Iriafen. Is there a specific plan to stop them tonight?
Oh, yeah. Come on now. Give us some credit. Yes, obviously those guys are great. They're having tremendous rookie seasons. Very impressed with both of them. And, again, this is the 4th time we've played these guys. And, we're 2-1 against them, and we need to win this game for a whole bunch of reasons. But, when, especially Citron, when she's going and she's got the ball in her hands and she's able to shoot and create for others, they're very, very, very good. So it starts with her and doing the best job we can to limit her getting to the points where she wants to get to. A lot of the stuff they do is centered around getting her the ball and those. So, we've got to do a good job on her. And then Iriafen is just so athletic and strong and explosive and really good on the boards. And that'll be a good challenge for us coming off our last game.
Yeah, and Coach, another tough matchup, Suge Sutton. She had a team high for Washington last game. Can you talk about just the difficulty of that matchup on the perimeter?
One more time, buddy. I'm sorry.
So it was motorcycle. Can we talk about a little bit about Suge Sutton as well? I mean, she led the team in scoring last game. Can you talk about the difficulty of the perimeter matchup as well?
Yeah, Suge's having I think she had 17 or 19 last night. She's shooting the 3 really well, which makes it hard because she's so explosive. So you can't, you've got to defend the ball screen action with her involved as a shooter, and that makes it hard because then she can get downhill. So our help side's got to be good, and she's playing with a lot of confidence, and she's got such a quick first step. And then just a really elite defender. So they have a good team. Let's not be, they had a tough game yesterday, but we've had those too. Washington's a good team.
Andrew, we'll finish with you on Zoom.
Thanks, Joshua. As always good to see you, Coach. Just outside of just turnovers in the last game, will the last 2 games against tough defenses like Mercury in against the Fever. How have you felt about
Wait,
just the
he's still at
spacing
the press
and
conference in the show.
pace in terms of how you felt some of the spacing and pacing tonight?
It's been okay. I'm never
I'm gonna
completely
throw it to you when
satisfied.
I come back to the shop.
It has shown time and time again we play with pace,
Jeff, when we
not
come back
just
from
pace
this,
before
I'm
full
gonna throw
pace,
it.
but pace in the half court, meaning the ball's moving, players are moving. Then we're pretty dang good. When we don't, we're not. That first quarter against Indiana, I thought our pace and space was really, really good. And then the ball got a little sticky. And so we've got to continue to fight that and trust the system and trust what works. Washington will play similar defensively to the Fever in terms of their coverages and stuff. So we just got to be better.
Thank you.
You bet. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Perfect.
You guys go. You go. You go. Thank you. Thank you. No worries.
What's up, LA Sparks Weekly fans? You just heard from Coach Lynn Roberts right here before the game. She's got tons and tons of plans that we will talk about here shortly. But we have my man Elam here on the street, friend of the show. We got him talking to some Sparks fans here. So Elam, take it away.
Yo, you know who it is. It is your guy Elam Square here at Emmy Square Pizza at LA Live. I'm here with my guy Terrence all the way from Chicago. Now, it's not every day that you meet a guy from Chicago that's an LA Sparks fan. Terrence, talk to me about how you became a Sparks fan.
Well, the franchise is on the right path to winning a championship, and with Rakaya, who's my favorite player, being from the Midwest, Cameron, they get it together the last couple of games of the year. I think they can make a nice push and be successful this summer.
Now, in a must-win game, what are your keys to victory?
Cameron has to play a little bit more, get more involved offensively, and Kelsey do what she does. And they got the team, they got the structure, they got the coaching. I just think it's just a matter of time for them to put it together these last 2-3 weeks of the season.
Now, I got to ask you, again, it's a must-win game. How do you see this game unfolding?
They'll take out Washington today. They'll make up that 2.5 game status within like the next 2 weeks. But it's about turning it up now, and I think Rakaya is going to get them over that hump. And Cameron's going to come around at the right time this year.
Now, the team actually watches this show. So if you had a message to the team pre-game to get them hyped, look into the camera and talk to the team.
Sparks, it's time to light that fire. Let's go play hard defense. Let's get it. Let's get it. It's time. Last 2 weeks.
Hey, you know who it is. It's your guy Elam Squared here with my guy Terrence from Chicago. Until next time, DJ, I'm going to throw it back to you.
I don't know what Elam talking about, y'all, with people from Chicago being Sparks fans, because I'm from Chicago and I'm the Tart West Side. Shouts out to the West Side. I went to Providence St. Mail on Madison and Central Park. Swear to God. Hey, right down the street. Hey, so shouts out to all my family over here from Chicago.
I'm
back to LA
too
Sports.
West Coast for all
You
this.
too
I don't know
West
what's
Coast.
going on
Hey,
right
it's just,
now.
Anwar don't really know about it, but we'll get you into it after the game, Anwar. The fan had a lot to talk about there. And what we heard from Coach, right? Let's talk about it. You asked her specifically about Suge Sutton. What did you think about her answer in regards to the guard play tonight?
Yeah, she was echoing what I was saying about how explosive Suge Sutton is and how she's such a threat on the perimeter. Now, she didn't really talk about how it's been a tough matchup on the perimeter this year defensively for Julie Alamon and Kelsey Plum, but she was saying how she's really underrated, right? She is like one of their leaders on the team, and she's having a great second half of the year as well as increasing her three-point shooting, right? And we know that when another team's, it starts to rain, it starts to pour in Crypto.com Arena if we don't get stops. So the Sparks really need to get stops and stop that quick first step early so she doesn't explode on the team and have a great big run for Washington that can really get things tough for the Sparks.
Anwar, you brought up a great point. You talked about shooting from three-point, right? We need the Sparks to shoot over 50% tonight, period, in order for this win to work out. That's just mathematics. That's not me with my toxic positivity, y'all. The Sparks are going to have to put the ball in the hoop tonight, specifically around the three-point shooting. Now, we've saw Kelsey Plum turn up from three. We've saw Julie Van Loo turn up from three. Who are you expecting to be our star three-point shooter tonight?
Well, I was going to say Rakia Jackson, but as we just heard in the pregame press conference, Lynn said, we got to see how she feels, right? She's officially questionable. She was officially questionable last game with that lingering little lower leg ankle type injury, but she came out and she played well, right? So if she plays well and if she's ready to go, I think Rakia is going to have an incredible 3-point shooting night, but we're going to need other players to step up in her place if she cannot, right? As we mentioned before, Ray Burrell, when they kick it out to her on the wing, she's got to go. Azarae Stevens, who I don't know how many times y'all have said it, but I'm going to say it right into the camera. She needs to be most improved player of the year. I think Azarae is going to be another big 3-point shooter tonight, especially taking those bigs from the inside in Washington and bringing them out to the 3-point line so they can pump fake and drive right to the hoop.
And I'm glad you brought up Rakia's injury because Rakia, if you're watching the show, girl, my ankles are available. You can take mine. I don't even need them. I will take yours in those Skechers. Listen, De'Erica Hamby also has been dominating in the interior and showing us that she is that Sparks leader. She is currently leading in steals. She's currently leading in rebounds. What can't Mama D do? I'm expecting her tonight to lead the charge in regards to that engine. Just really continuing to have that energetic flow throughout the game and do all of the things that she's been doing, whether it's stealing, rebounding, maybe hitting some 3-point shots. I'm really expecting our past MVP, De'Erica Hamby of last season, because, listen, she's had the sparks on her back. We love Mama D. We call her the emergency contact here. What are your thoughts around De'Erica Hamby and how she can impact tonight's game?
That's why I brought my phone. I think I'm gonna look her up right now. That's my emergency contact, Mama D, De'Erica Hamby. I know y'all been rocking with the nickname, but it's so true. She's gonna be another great interior presence. She has a great old school game. She can take it to the cup in multiple ways. She has that great post hook, that post layup. That's really going to be tough for defenses. Now, they're going to be on her, right? So, again, Shakira Austin's going to be a tough matchup. Kiki Iriafin's going to be a tough matchup. But guess what? Aaliyah Boston was a tough matchup last game. And De'Erica, you know what I'm saying? Lynn Roberts said she did her thing. Coach Lynn Roberts was saying, man, she's going to get in the ice bath after that one, going back-to-back after Aaliyah Boston, who's 6'7", 245 in the paint, right? So, I think Shakira Austin and Kiki Iriafin, I mean, she's like, man, I've seen this before. And someone even bigger, stronger, and with a great post game. So I think she's going to do it on both ends of the floor. Like, what I love most about De'Erica, she don't really ask for nothing. She don't really ask for accolades. She doesn't want to make the spotlight on her. She's cool, calm, and collected and just does her job. That's what that experience from the Aces comes in to Los Angeles, because she's won before. She's won with Kelsey, and I think she knows what it's going to take to be able to keep the Sparks in the playoff picture.
Absolutely. And tonight we keep saying must win. I'm tired of saying that. I won't be saying that any more this episode. You won't hear me talk about a must win, because the whole season is a must win, especially in the WNBA. We've seen teams who have started on a 10-15 game hot streak now slide into the dangers of missing the playoffs. We saw a team like the Las Vegas Aces who had a really slow start, but I had always kept the position of, we don't ever need to worry about the Aces because they have the cheat code. They have the GOAT, A'ja Wilson. We also want to talk about the Minnesota Lynx, who clinched their playoffs early, right? Shouts out to Emmy Square Pizza for hooking up producer Jeff with some pizza. So, Napheesa Collier and A'ja, I want to know who you think is the reigning MVP this year.
Whew. That's a good question, because first half of the season, it was Fee. Fee, Fafo, Fum. It was Fee, right? I mean, she was going to win them back to back. But Asia's really put the team on her back for the Las Vegas Aces. I think for this stretch where they've won at least 12 straight, right, heading into the playoffs, they look dead in the water, and A'ja helped bring them back. I'm going to be honest. I might have to give another MVP to the future GOAT, A'ja Wilson.
And you know what? That's my exact same thing. Hey, producer Jeff, can we go over to Elam so I can hear what he got to say about this? Because you want to come around, Elam? Before I say what I'm thinking about it, I want to know what you think, sir.
You know what? I think there's a ton of recency bias with A'ja
Absolutely.
Wilson. Not to detract from what she's been able to accomplish, because winning 12 straight in this league definitely is not easy. A'ja Wilson definitely deserves MVP votes. However, I'm looking at the totality of the season. Napheesa Collier has the best team. She's been the best player on the best team in the league consistently. I got to give it to Fee.
Okay, so you got to give it to Fee. You got to give it to Asia Wilson. I'm going to tell you why I believe Fee is going to get it, but Asia Wilson deserves it, okay?
Okay.
Nafisa Collier is having a great year, but this is a regular year for Asia Wilson. Until Nafisa Collier can give me a 30 and 20 game, I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
I don't want to hear it because
Okay.
Asia Wilson has been exceptional year after year. Yes, Nafisa Collier has shown up this year, but the bar is so high that now Asia Wilson is getting hated on accidentally because of the recency bias.
It's greatness.
It's a recency bias. So recently, Fee has stepped up. She has been on the greatest team. The Las Vegas Aces were stinking it up at the beginning of the season. Once they figured it out with Jewel Lloyd, now they on a 12-game swing. Now everybody's bringing her up in the conversation, but she was already shining when they were playing terribly. So that's what I think. I think Fee is going to win.
She made my
But
argument
Asia
for me. I ain't have to
Wilson
say nothing.
deserves it 100%.
So I gotta ask a different question.
Okay, let's do it.
Out of the two coaches, who gets Coach of the Year?
It's gonna be Cheryl Reeves. And I'm gonna tell you what, she deserves it. She deserves it. She deserved it last year a little bit, but they lost the championship off of a call from the refs that we've also been talking about how inconsistent the reffing has been. So she went and she coached the Olympics. Then she came back and she did the same thing here. So as VP of basketball operations and head coach, undoubtedly Coach of the Year is Cheryl Reeves if the Minnesota Lynx win.
And that is no disrespect to Becky Hammond at all.
None
But when you
at
look
all.
at the totality of the roster, using your big words, Mr. Lampkins, I think when you look at the totality of the roster and the franchise in Minnesota, an older franchise that has won so much with so many great, talented people, both on the court and in the front office, Fee has a little bit of help that Asia
She got
doesn't
a lot
have.
of
You know what I'm
help, and
saying?
they already been playing well. But my man Elam has found some fans right here on the street. Let's throw it to Elam.
Elam.
So yes,
Let's talk to the folks.
PK and Rita, can I get you guys to come on over here?
They real W fans.
Come on, real W fans. Come on
not
out.
real W fans. They real Sparks fans.
Come on, real
All right.
Sparks fans.
So Miss Rita, I gotta ask you, Auntie, what are your keys to victory in a must-win game for the LA Sparks?
Well, first and foremost, defense is the key. Play defense, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Secondly, whoever is the main, Kelsey Plum is my girl.
Yeah.
If she play a good game, we're gonna win this. But the key is defense. You gotta stop the opposing team. I don't care how good you are. If you can stop the opposing team, you got a chance to win.
So PK, just following that same vein, I saw you clocking it over there, right? Rakia.
Rakia. If Plummer and Rakia show up, it's game time.
So Washington has two dynamic rookies in Sonia Citron and Kiki Irfin. If you are the defensive coach, how do you slow them down?
Do the best you can. Listen, I'm a basketball player, so I played college basketball. So when you're defending a great player, you just do the best you can. Stay in front of your player, move your feet. But a great player just gonna score. You can't completely stop them. A great player is gonna score. But if as a team dynamic, if your defense is backing you and you're playing good defense as a team, you got the dub.
So I gotta ask you guys, the team actually watches this show. So if you could tell anything to these Sparks, what's your message to them pregame?
Play your A game. Bring your A game. It's not over. Bring your A game.
That's right.
You got this, Sparks. I believe in you.
Now look, you heard it here. Miss Rita and PK, they believe in you. We believe in you. This is Elam Square from Emmy Square Pizza. DJ, I'm throwing it back to you.
Yo, Sparks, listen, the fans are rocking with it. You haven't quit on us, and we're not quitting on you. Sparks fans are outside of the arena lining up to come on in and get to the game. They are excited to see the game, y'all. Nobody that we've talked to today has been scared, Elam. None of these people have been shrinking and saying, oh, woe is me. I'm glad that our fans are showing up, and we're not feeling sorry for ourselves because some franchises, they get down on their team. Probably Dallas this year. The Chicago Sky didn't start playing well until they were already out of playoff contention. So let's talk about what it's been like to continue to cover this team through the ups and through the downs. Elam, let's kick it to you first.
I'm not going to even lie. Until you converted me, I was worried. I was doubtful. However, what I've been able to see from this team on the offensive end, there's still much to glean and get from the defensive end, but offensively, this is one of the best teams offensively in the WNBA.
Period.
I want to say they lead the league in scoring,
Clock
with
it.
83.6, I think it was. So this team can score. What I need to see for Sparks moving forward is communication on the defensive end. Because
Yes,
when they are locked in,
yeah,
they are a menace. When they're able to stop, get rebounds, and get in transition, like you said, GTA when she's leading the
Oh
break.
yeah, you remember the nickname?
Yeah,
Grand Theft
She
Auto
heard of that
Mine.
too. She said it on the show. She was like, I heard that.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto Mine. You know, when she's going, the Sparks team is very dynamic. However, Miss Jackson, ooh, I'm talking to you. I need you to start talking trash from beginning to end.
Absolutely.
Because when you talk, it's like a flip switches in your brain, and you are locked in on both ends of the court. And I'm telling you right now, you have the capacity. I have seen things that literally have made me jump out of my seat.
Woo.
I need you to talk trash the entire game, and I guarantee you, your game is going to unlock. And this is the future of the Sparks.
Well, don't get her in trouble now, okay?
No. We want all the trouble. This is good trouble.
I need all the smoke.
Yeah.
You on the good trouble, man. This is a civil rights movement to end the season here.
Seriously.
But absolutely, there's a reason why we're here in downtown at Crypto.com Arena. There's a reason that the Los Angeles Sparks are owned by the Guggenheim Mark Walter Group that also owns the Dodgers now and the Lakers. It's because Los Angeles brings stars, right? And Kelsey Plum, Rakia Jackson, that's who the fans come to see. They know how to win. They know how to score. They know how to put the team on their back. And I think they are the most important pieces on this team, making this streak coming in to the end of the regular season and pushing for the playoffs. The fans out here, they know ball, right? And even if they don't, they know they want to see Kelsey Plum and Rakia Jackson do what they do here on a nice Sunday evening, Labor Day weekend in downtown Los Angeles.
And I'm glad you talked about star power and all these things, because what really it comes down to today in these kinds of moments is how bad you want it, right? Kelsey Plum was already on a winning team. The Las Vegas Aces are currently third. They already, they had won 2 rings together. They was on the streak. She could have stayed right where she was at and been content. But she decided to come to LA to prove that she is her. You know what I mean? So this is the moment she was waiting for. If you think about it, everybody else has been thrown away and already eliminated. It is really down to how bad we want it. The effort tonight should be unmatched. We should see people going coast to coast. We should see rebounds. We should see hard fouls. We should see all of the things that it takes to win a full basketball game in 40 minutes. What are y'all thoughts about the Sparks' effort so far and what we should see tonight? Let's go to you, Elam.
Go ahead, Elam.
You know what? I think the Sparks need to play with, my word of the day is desperation. When you are desperate, you are hungry, you are willing to do any and everything possible to scratch, claw, fight, bite, punch to get a win. I need to see that from the Sparks. I guarantee you, if they play desperate basketball, I said basketball, and blast on them too. If they play desperate basketball, the Sparks are going to walk out of Crypto.com Arena tonight victorious.
Yeah, to your point, DJ, I remember speaking to Asia Wilson a few weeks back, and she talked about how happy she was that KP got to fly out on her own here to Los Angeles. She was really sad to see her go, but she was super, super happy that she's getting her franchise. And I think KP really has that desperate mindset, right? You can see the emotion on her face, and we love to see it because she really cares about winning. And she has that Mamba mentality as we look down here at the arena that Kobe Bryant built in 1999, the original Staples Center. Now it's Crypto.com Arena. It will always be Staples.
Forever Staples, because they from here, y'all. They like, we don't care what the
we
name
don't call
change
it Crypto. I mean, hey, you can sponsor us though. We'll call y'all that all night long. But getting back to it, I think Kelsey Plum really has that type of mindset. And like I said, it's star power. I think she's really going to put the team on her back. The thing about it is, even when KP doesn't have a great game, she has that quiet 20, that quiet 18. And, slowly after a couple good baskets, she starts getting momentum. And she's going to be able to kick it out tonight to players like Julie Alamon, to players like Azare Stevens. And if Rakia's feeling healthy, she can take over as well. And it'll be a great, well-rounded game for the Sparks. It doesn't have to be great defense. It don't have to be great. It just got to be good enough, and the offense is going to do the rest.
Facts. And we have talked about tonight's matchup against the Washington Mystics. We are about an hour and 15 minutes away from tip-off, y'all. Thank y'all for sticking with us. We are live at LA Live, Emmy Square Pizza. Fire pizza if you are coming to the Sparks game, y'all. Make sure you come through. It's Detroit-style pizza. They got some great beers as well. Shouts out to friend of the show, Santa Monica Brewing. Let's go around the league, though. Let's talk about the Seattle Storm. The Storm is over. They have been falling down the ranks. We have continued to beat them. They're on a 2-game winning streak right now, though.
It's more like a drizzle.
It's been a drizzle. But Skylar Diggins with that messy ponytail has really helped them in these last 2 games. We need the Seattle Storm to continue to slide. They only have 3 games left, where the Sparks have 6 games left. What are your thoughts around the Seattle Storm's chances to actually fall out of the playoffs? Let's go to Anwar.
When you have Nneka Ogwumike, another star that has been right here at formerly Staples, now Crypto.com Arena, you know that anything can happen, right? And she came off a 20-point performance, 8 for 17 from the field, beating the Chicago Sky. You might say, oh, it's the Chicago Sky.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Every team is good, though. Every team is dangerous. Every team has stars. This is an any given night kind of league.
Facts.
And when you have Nneka Ogwumike, again, she's not just a great star player on the court, but she's a great leader. A lot of great leaders aren't great players, and a lot of great players are not great leaders. But Nneka is both. And I think she has that exact same type of spunk and that same type of mindset that I think Kelsey Plum has here with the Sparks that can make sure that the Seattle Storm go into the playoff picture. I'm real scared, okay? I ain't gonna lie. I'm still positive. So it's not that I'm not toxically positive.
In or out. We're going to say in or out. You think Seattle Storm are in or out of the playoffs?
All they got to do is win one.
They only have 3 games.
They got 3 games left.
I think they only
the Sparks have more games, right?
We got
to play.
6. They got to win both those games.
2.
This is where
they're 22-19. If we win, even if Golden State win 2 more games, which they have more games,
here's the thing.
Storm left, they could be out of.
The thing about the Valkyries, they've been up and down, right? So I think the Valkyries can slide down more quickly than
wait.
Seattle
Let's keep
can,
it organized.
So
Seattle, in or out?
So my greater point to say that is I'm sticking with Seattle. They're going to go in. I'm going to say that the Sparks jump the Golden State Valkyries.
Let's go.
I'm sorry,
We're going
I'm
to do
getting ahead of
Seattle
myself.
first.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
So Anwar's opinion is that the Seattle Storm will hold on to a playoff spot. What are your thoughts, Elam? In or out?
You know what? I'm going to say they're in, because I think as long as they win one more game, they'll solidify their position. And the reason being is because Ms. Skylar Diggins, she's a lady. Now, don't get it twisted. Just because she's a lady doesn't mean that she's not a competitor. Skylar Diggins wants to prove that she can lead Seattle to another championship. So I think with the 3 games that they have remaining, all Skylar has to do is ensure that they win one more. And I think between she and Nneka, they can pull one off. So I'm going to say in.
So you're going to say in. I am going to take a little bit of a gamble and say out. The only reason I'm saying out is there can be a situation with a bunch of unfortunate circumstances. If the Sparks win, the Valkyries win. Look at the Indiana Fever are 21-18. If the Indiana Fever actually win, the Seattle Storm can find themselves in a position where, because of the amount of games that they have left, they are the odd man out, and we've beat them more times in the matchup. That's the only reason I say that the Seattle Storm could fall out of the playoff contention.
You said Seattle. You didn't ask me about Indiana.
We going around the horn. Okay. That was just Seattle. Okay, so now that we've talked about the Seattle Storm, let's go to the Golden State Valkyries. Let's go to Anwar. In or out? What is your reason? Do you think they're going to be in and out first, and then tell us the reason why?
Well, I kind of spoiled it a little bit, but I think they're going to be out. I love the Valkyries team because they have veterans. It's not like they're an expansion team with all rookie players, right? They've gone around the league to snag up some of the best players. But I think that the Golden State Valkyries, as much as it would be a great story for them to be the first WNBA team as an expansion team to make the playoffs in their inaugural season, I think the Sparks are going to leapfrog them, and I think they've been up and down. The thing about the Valkyries is they don't have great offense. The Sparks have great offense. The Valkyries have a really good defense. You might be saying, Anwar, well, didn't the Valkyries use that great defense to stop the Sparks not too long ago? Absolutely. But I think that the Sparks are going to go on this winning streak. I'm remaining toxically positive like y'all. It is fed on to Elam. It's feeding on to me. I've got the spirit. I think the Sparks are going to leapfrog the Valkyries. I trust Seattle more than I trust Golden State just as a franchise. Not to say that there's any disrespect to Golden State. They've already made history with such an incredible inaugural season. But I think some team has to slide into 8th. and it's going to be the Sparks. One team has to slide out. It's the Golden State.
So it's amazing and comical to me.
So out first.
Out.
Okay. So it's amazing and comical to me that Anwar says Golden State is not going to make the playoffs. In the words of the great Lee Corso, not so fast. Listen to me. The Golden State Valkyries are going to the playoffs. Why? Because defense wins what? Championships. And as long as Golden State has an opportunity to play basketball, they have an opportunity to play great defense. They don't necessarily need great offense in order to make it because their defense translates into quick, fast break buckets. That's all they need. They're going to play great defense. So I'm calling it right now. The Golden State Valkyries are the first expansion team to make the playoffs in their
I wish I had a mascot head. I wish I had a Valkyries mascot head.
No. It's all purple and gold over here.
And as much as I want to disagree with Elam, I think, yes, they are willing it into existence. They are riding Veronica Burton really hard. They are injured, but I think they will make it. I think they will be in, and we'll transition into the team that I think is going to be out. And let me give you my reason why I think the Golden State Valkyries are in.
Talk to us.
The rest of their schedule is Indiana Fever, New York Liberty. They play Dallas. They got Minnesota, Seattle, Minnesota, right? All they need to do is lock down 3 of those wins. That's it.
That's a tough
schedule.
But they can lose 3. Yeah. We can't stand to lose 3. They can stand to lose.
We can lose one more.
So that's what I'm saying. They gonna sneak in. My sleeper here and my big unpopular opinion that people on the internet are gonna fry me for is I think that the Indiana Fever are going to slide out of the playoff contention. Let me tell you why. Let's look at the Indiana Fever's actual schedule. You talk about it, Elam, while I pull up their schedule.
So listen, with no Caitlin Clark, there is no opportunity for Indiana to make the playoffs. Now, I thought you would take this a little personally with me saying this, seeing as how you're from Indiana.
I don't like them.
But listen to me. If Caitlin Clark was playing, it would be a completely different story.
For sure.
Now, although Indiana came into Forever Staples and upended the Sparks, I think over the stretch, closing out their season, they're going to drop at least 4. And all Los Angeles has to do is win 5 of their last 7 games. Yeah. If the Sparks win 5 of the last 7 games, they are going to sneak into the playoffs. Now, listen, I was the biggest detractor of the Sparks making the playoffs. It wasn't until I joined and became a believer of the Church of Toxic Positivity that I believe. Listen to me. If you are at home watching this show, you believe just as much as I do. The Sparks are going to the playoffs.
Sparks are going to the playoffs. Let's go through the last games before we get you, Anwar.
The church are open.
Hey, listen. So the Indiana Fever's last 5 games are against the Golden State Valkyries. The Golden State Valkyries are going to out defense and hustle those girls. We just saw them play it. So they could drop that game. Then they got to see the Phoenix Mercury.
Yeah, wait. Remember I said Tata was a top 5 player?
Yes.
Okay.
Woo. Yes, you did say Tata was a top 5 player. She be traveling a lot, so I got a lot to say about her. We might have to go on the podcast after this. I don't know if her points is even really legal like that. Then they got to see the Chicago Sky. They probably going to win that game. Yeah. The Washington Mystics, that's a toss-up.
They're playing spoiler from here on out.
They just trying to get people out. And then the final game of the season that they have to play is the Minnesota Lynx. They out of here. The Indiana Fever is out of here. There's no way they can continue. They can win all those games with only dropping 1.
To be honest, I kind of like the Indiana Fever, though. I mean, Kelsey Mitchell kind of had a quiet game that last game against the Sparks, but people are chanting for her to be MVP, okay? Kelsey Mitchell is somebody
those are people from Indiana. There's nobody outside of Indiana wants Kelsey Mitchell to be MVP.
She might get a vote or 2. She might be the Russell Wilson over here. She might get half a vote or 2 every once in a while. But that's the thing about the Indiana Fever. You can't sleep on Aaliyah Boston or Kelsey Mitchell either. That's a duo that can compete with any team in the league, including Minnesota, on a good night.
But they are 21-18. The Seattle Storm are 22-19. The Golden State Valkyries are 20-18, and the Sparks, with the most games to play left, are 17-20.
23 is the magic number.
That's crazy.
23, just like the GOAT, MJ. 23 is the magic number.
I want to get into that debate.
23. And look.
Is there another 23?
And the Indiana Fever are playing the Golden State Valkyries win today.
Yeah.
They could get cooked today and drop another game and be underneath another team. So we have a great chance to make the playoffs again. We've just done the homework for you. We've shown the work. Go to ESPN.com, get on the WNBA app. Look at the amount of games that we're talking about. Let us know in the comments if you think the Sparks have a chance for the playoffs. Yahoo Sports, listen, I'm talking directly to you. Stop hating on the Sparks. I see what you're doing. I don't know who writing them articles. Y'all keep saying we don't have a chance when mathematically we looked at the games and there is a chance, y'all. It is a small percentage. That's cool. We can take a small percentage.
My kind of odds.
That
Am
was
I
Dumb
right?
and Dumber, right?
Yeah.
So you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance. So thank y'all so much for tuning in to LA Sparks Weekly. We are at Emmy Square Pizza, hanging out here outside of the arena. Tip-off is at what, Jeff? 5 o'clock? Is it 4? 5 o'clock, man. It's hot out here. It's hot out here. Let's give our players of the game for this Washington Mystics matchup. Elam, go ahead and do your thing.
Now, listen, we already talked about it, about how she has the capacity of taking a game over. Kelsey Plum.
Let's say it again.
Say it again.
Say
Hallelujah.
it again.
Kelsey Plum. Miss Plum, I respect you. I salute you. And I just want to commend you on your 30-point game tonight.
Hey.
I'm calling it right now. I'm manifesting it. Kelsey Plum she's going ham. B.
Right. No pun intended.
No pun intended. She's scoring 30 tonight. And De'Erica is going to give us a solid 20-10 game today.
Yeah.
Those two are going to carry the Sparks to victory. Kelsey Plum, I'm calling a 34, 35-point game, maybe 8 assists, about 5 rebounds.
Okay.
But De'Erica Hamby, 21 and 15.
Okay. Okay. You got some good predictions there, but the Sparks coming out on top on Elam's side. Anwar, your player of the game.
Man, I wish I went first. I would have said all that exact same stuff. So I'm going to switch it up for y'all. I'm going to give a dark horse player of the game. I think it's going to be Azurá Stevens. I gave the shout out to her for being most improved player. I hope she wins that at the end of the season. National media, we're here in Los Angeles. We know about it, but I think the national media needs to pick up on it and have Azurá be the most improved player because she is one of the most underrated three-point shooters in all of the KP and Mama Hamby. They're a great duo, but Azurá and Kelsey Plum statistically throughout most of the season are also a top 5 duo in the WNBA offensively by themselves. So I think Kelsey Plum, she's going to score a lot, but she's going to have a lot of assists too. And I think some of those assists are going to come to Azurá Stevens. That's my player of the game.
Okay, we got a big variety here. I am going to agree with Elam, but just pick one player, and that's going to be Kelsey Plum. This is why we brought Kelsey Plum to LA. The lights are bright. She is ready to show up. Tonight is her game. This game is going to show she's going to get on that court and want to prove to the world that she didn't make a bad decision, that LA is her town, that she started her foundation here and is giving back to our community. She is our new star. Kelsey Plum is going to drop a 30-piece to continue the Sparks playoff push and continue our trajectory into that final spot. I don't care if we're number 8, Elam. You know I don't care. I've never said we needed to win. We just needed to make it.
We gonna make it.
We gonna make it. So
go ahead, Pastor.
LA Sparks Weekly fans, shouts out to you for tapping in. We are going into the arena. We've been hanging out pregame. If you are late to the game, make sure you stop by Emmy Square Pizza. Grab you something to eat before you come in here. The Sparks are going against the Washington Mystics. It is HBCU night, so all of the fraternities and sororities will be out there. Hey, shouts out to the alphas that's in here. I'm going to put my Zeta jacket on as well and go link up with my sorors. Stay tuned right here to LA Sparks Weekly, and we'll see you next episode.
Start stepping.